This is an All Sports Station production.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
Don't you do that.
Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. On second down and 4, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
We've had dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL in the past, and we've had some really good ones. But I don't know if we've had one quite like Lamar Jackson. Led the league in touchdown pass with 36 last season. Set the all-time record for rushing yards in a single season for a quarterback at over 1,200 yards. And he led his Baltimore Ravens to a 14-2 regular season mark. Best in the NFL. The sky is the limit for Lamar Jackson.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Ingram, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36. And many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Are you serious, God?
Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Seibert's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
2nd and 11. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. Mayfield on 1st down, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield now. That one is caught by Hunt. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And now here come the Ravens. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future, bright. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Second down and 3. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. First down, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Here's Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Seibert's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the second quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass, okay, that's cool, but he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually, but first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And we remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Handoff comes to Chubb. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Joel Bitonio, one of the steals of the 14 draft, the culprit there. Following the penalty, Chubb, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson, looking to pick up some steam, generate some steam right now, down on the scoreboard and struggling a bit.
And sometimes you have to find it from places you don't ordinarily get it. Not necessarily just going back and throwing the football. Maybe use your legs a little bit. Maybe rely on some teammates, get the ball in their hands. Anything to try and generate a spark. The bottom line, he has to play a lot better.
Yeah, he does. He's got the 2 INTs and the 1 touchdown pass so far. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now Landry. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Now Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And he completes it to Hunt. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And again, it's Mayfield.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one. That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down. Blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced to dump off to the back, and even then, they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Chris Moore returning it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense back out there. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. On 3rd down, Jackson going for the deep ball. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, quick hitter here, it's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Again, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Jackson will throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We get things started with a good one in the NFC. Seattle traveling down south to take on Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. We'll stay in the NFC South as we head to Carolina to check on the Panthers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Christian McCaffrey with a couple of touchdowns there. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Cam Newton has thrown a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got Higgins over the middle, and they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
They'll run with Chubb. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll try again with Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Way to hustle, boy.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson dancing to his left. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll come out in the pistol. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Heading back out, Baker Mayfield as we call up our players spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They go play action here on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Earl Thomas was so good at Texas, playing center field, playing free safety, that they thought if he came back for one more year, they're going to have to move him to corner. Those are the types of skills he has. That's what we just saw there. 2 deep coverage, came off of the, near the hash mark, and made an excellent play on the football. Boy, can he roam.
Yep, and not really tall at 5'10", but he can roam, and he's disruptive. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Second and 20. Jackson now down around his goal line. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. So they got some pressure, maybe hoping to get a safety, and they get roughing the passer.
And gave up a pass completion as well. Nothing really went right on that play for them.
Jackson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Jackson to Snead that time. First down, Baltimore.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 38, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Pass incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the... And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. They run. It's Mark Ingram. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Are you serious?
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw again is Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Jackson to Boykin, first down, Baltimore. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Snead's got it. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now Jackson on first down. This one complete to Ingram. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and not in that last play.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former 1st-round pick, Kevin Johnson. 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Seibert on for the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The return man, Chris Moore. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. On first down, Hunt, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they'll get this down to the 10. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. This is caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Cleveland, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they obviously fall.